Hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Remy and I'm currently pregnant with baby number 2 and he is due in just a few months. I am currently 26 weeks pregnant and I just placed an order for some of my postpartum essentials that I'm going to need for after baby arrives. So I thought I would share with you guys some of the things that I knew that I wanted to get for myself second time around. So with my first daughter, I did have a second-degree tear, I had an internal tear, and I also tore my labia. So I had quite a bit going on down there as far as stitches, and I also had some small hemorrhoids. So I kind of got a not so fun postpartum experience my first time around. So this time I definitely wanted to prepare myself a little bit more and splurge, if you will, a little bit more on things for myself. Because when you have a baby, especially with your first baby, it's very easy to get caught up in everything for the baby, and no one really thinks about things for mom. When you're in the hospital after you have a baby, those new baby bliss is just in full force, and it's sometimes mom gets forgotten. And this time around I didn't want to forget myself, and I wanted to make sure that I purchased enough products and got myself some products just as a little splurge. I wanted to spoil myself this time because I know how rough and tough that postpartum period can be. So I'm gonna start off with like my basic kind of essentials that a lot of people are going to suggest. These are the things that I personally am going to use, and then at the end I'm gonna talk more about kind of like the clothing items I splurged on. Not really splurge, but they're not a necessity, so I'll save those until the end. Like I said, I did have some issues down there. Getting off to a great start here, guys. TMI, but if you clicked on this video, obviously you are curious about postpartum, and I'm gonna keep it real. I had a lot going on and it can be uncomfortable, especially because my labia tore. I had stitches in the front, so it was on both sides. The second-degree tear honestly was not that bad. That did not bother me hardly at all. Like, it was uncomfortable, but it was nothing compared to those labial stitches. And it is just kind of what it is. It's just how she came out, how my body delivered. It's fine. So I knew that there were a couple of things that I wanted to do different this time, and the first product I'm going to show you is one of those things. So the first time I went through postpartum, I just did the mesh underwear from the hospital with the giant mattress pad and then all the things layered. This time around I'm going to try the diapers. These are just from Amazon. I'll link everything below for you guys, but these are the women's protective underwear. And when in the mile-long description on the Amazon, I guess, title for these, it did say postpartum. So I haven't opened these yet. I got a 3-pack of these bags because I drink a lot of water postpartum. That's another thing that we're going to talk about here in a second. But you're constantly going to the bathroom. I just want to toss these every time I go to the bathroom. Like, just rip it off, toss it in the trash can, put a fresh one on. And I feel like it's going to be a little more hygienic, just in the fact that you're not just changing a pad, you're just kind of tossing the whole thing. Some people love these, some people hate them. I do have some leftover mesh underwear from when I had my daughter, and obviously I'll get more this time around. So if I decide that these aren't comfortable, I will switch back over to these, but it's definitely worth a try for me because I know I will have those labial stitches again with little man, so I'm kind of preparing myself for that. So I just thought like it'd be a lot easier to just ditch the whole thing. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is Dermoplast. I actually did not have this with my daughter. They never gave this to me at the hospital, which I thought was kind of strange, and I don't think I asked for it because I figured if they didn't give it to me, maybe there was a reason. I don't know. Everyone suggests this. I didn't have it the first time around, and I feel like I would have been a lot more comfortable if I did have this because it's a numbing spray. And everyone swears by this. I was watching Kim Wadsworth from The Wads. I'll link her channel down below. She's also pregnant with her 5th baby. And she is one of those all organic people that gets like the natural things to kind of do. She gets Dermoplast, and she straight up said, the natural stuff is not as good. I just got the Dermoplast because I'm not even gonna mess with the natural stuff. So I trust her opinion. She's done this quite a few times. She knows what she's talking about. So I got myself a couple cans of this Dermoplast because I plan on preparing a couple baskets for the bathrooms, one upstairs, one downstairs, with some things. That way I have it all right there. So I got one for each bathroom. Next thing I got, good old Tux pads. The knockoff brand is not as good as the actual Tux brand. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So I definitely suggest spending a little extra and getting the Tux brand Tux pads. These are a witch hazel pad. And another thing, I plan on keeping these in the fridge. I didn't do that with my first baby. I definitely plan on doing it with my second baby. It could change. I'm gonna start by keeping these in the fridge because I lived on the ice packs, and that cooling, just cold sensation is so relieving of the irritation, the pain, the stinging, all of that. So I'm gonna try putting them in the fridge at first. If it's too much of a hassle to grab them on my way to the bathroom and such, I'll just leave them in the bathroom. But cooling witch hazel pads, these are very relieving for postpartum. And again, I will layer those in the diaper just like you do the postpartum underwear sandwich after you have a baby. The next thing I actually got a couple different brands here. I have the Mama's Wish healing foam, and then I also got the Freedom healing foam, and these are just Perineal healing foams. I believe that these, yeah, they're witch hazel foams. So on top of the pad you can also spritz this foam, and again it just kind of helps soothe things. Instead of like a flat pad, it's a foam that can kind of get where you need it to go. I told you this was going to be a TMI video, but that's the reality of having a baby. You're very uncomfortable after the fact, and anything that's going to make you more comfortable, we are all for around here. The last thing I got, which they're going to see these in a couple different of my videos coming up here, but some prenatals. I really like these. They have folic acid and the DHA. They were not very expensive. I think this is 180 soft gels, and I got these off of Amazon for around $15 or $16. I'm still working on my first bottle. I'm going to run out, so I ordered some more, and I continue to take these after my pregnancy because it helps with all the hormonal imbalance after you have the baby, because your body had all of this nutrients in it and it is now expelled from your body. So you definitely want to pump your body back with those nutrients. A lot of people will get their placenta encapsulated. There's like individuals that will do that for you, and what they do is they, if you've never heard of it, they will actually dry your placenta and grind it into a powder and put it in a capsule, and you take that as a pill postpartum. Personally, not my thing. If it's your thing, good for you. Not my thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. I know there's a lot of benefits to it. I didn't have any issues not doing that with my daughter, so it's just a personal choice. Last kind of like necessity thing is a good water bottle. You have been in labor for a number of hours. Your body is just going to be tired from all of the contractions, all of the trauma that it is to your body and your system, and you are going to be thirsty. You want to stay hydrated 1000% before, during, after, everything. But I invested in a nice little water bottle. Again, I got this off of Amazon. It has like the fun little ounces on the one side and then the motivational times on the other side. Honestly, I don't really follow that, but just a big water bottle to keep it with you, so you're like, hey, I should probably drink some water, because you're going to be very thirsty after the fact as well. Your body did just lose a lot of blood as well as nutrients and things like that, as I said, so you definitely want to stay hydrated. A big water bottle is a great way to do that. I prefer one without a straw. A lot of people say bring one with a straw to the hospital. I prefer this one. It has kind of like the dump spout, but it has a hole also on the top, so you can actually suck the water like a straw, if that makes sense. So I really enjoy this water bottle. So now moving on to the clothes. These are not by any means a necessity, but this is one of those things, like I said at the beginning, I wanted to splurge and spoil myself a little bit this time around. We're pretty sure that this is going to be our last baby, but we could change our minds down the road. So this time I wanted to be more comfortable. I wanted to spend some money on myself is really what it was. And this was a good excuse to do it. So the first thing I'm going to show you is I got some nice pajamas. And these are button-down pajamas, so they are, I do plan on nursing my son just like I did with my daughter. I also pump, so these are really nice for unbuttoning, having access. This is also kind of, this will be in my nursing prep video as well. I'll talk more about it there, but just some nice cozy, I bought my regular size because these are actually oversized. I did size up at first, they were way too big. So I got my regular size. I will link these below, but they're just really soft and warm, long pants and a long sleeve button shirt. So it is nursing friendly. They're big enough to where when I have a diaper on, it's not going to be squeezing me real tight, because I did not like anything squishing me or being tight on me after I came home. I actually came home in regular leggings when I had my daughter, because everyone said to bring tight clothes because you're going to feel kind of jelly-ish in the belly area. And so you're going to want to kind of hold everything there so you're not just feeling like a big bowl of jello. I was so uncomfortable in regular leggings, and given they were stretchy, they weren't like super constricting or compression leggings or anything like that. Like, they were comfortable over my postpartum belly. I actually just stopped wearing them last week because my belly finally got big enough to where they weren't comfortable. So they weren't anything crazy tight, but just anything kind of pressing on my belly, kind of like in the first trimester, it just was very uncomfortable. I just wanted everything loose and soft and just off of me. But obviously I wanted to be covered. So along those same lines, I got a nice jogger set. This is just a long sleeve. This will probably be like my coming home outfit. I'm not sure. There will be a hospital bag video and all of that coming up, so stay tuned. If it's already linked, I'll make a playlist and link it down below for you guys. But a nice jogger set. Again, not a necessity, something I just wanted to get for myself. Something nice, cozy, cute, to where I felt a little more put together. I struggled very hard with postpartum depression. Not very hard, but I did need to go back to my doctor and get something for it. And I tell you what, it was the cheapest, easiest process ever. I called my doctor and they said, hey, I am just not feeling great. I was like, the baby newness is wearing off, reality is really starting to set in, and I just don't think mentally I'm doing very well. And it wasn't anything extreme. I probably shouldn't have said really struggled, but I did have postpartum depression. And I went to my doctor kind of expecting that I was going to have to advocate for myself and really go into depth on, like, this is how I'm feeling at this time and this is what's going on. And I felt like I was going to have to convince her that I needed help. And I think that was my biggest struggle and hurdle to get over after I had my daughter, because I felt like a failure as a mom. I was like, I shouldn't be feeling this way. I have this new baby. There's no reason I should be feeling this way. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's normal. A lot of people feel it, and a lot of times it's due to your hormones. You just had a baby and your hormones took a year to get where they were, and they're gonna take a whole year to get back to where they were before you got pregnant. So give yourself some grace. Talk to your doctor. It's not a big deal. They're not going to judge you. They're not going to make fun of you. They're not going to tell you you're a bad mom. She literally said, okay, we're going to try this, see if it works. If it's not working in about a month, we'll try something different. And that's all it was. And as soon as I got medicine for it, I felt so much better. And I do plan on taking that. I haven't been taking it during my pregnancy, but I do plan on starting it around 37 weeks because it takes a couple weeks to kind of kick in and start doing things. So I do want to be kind of ahead of that. So that's also something. I'm not going to like say what it is. It's obviously a medicine that I got from my doctor, but yeah, so I also have that, and I feel like I should mention that in here because that is part of my postpartum prep, is having that on standby. I'm going to start taking it at 37 weeks so it kicks in when I need it to. 2 more things and then we're done. Another little lounge set. This is a short set because I live in Indiana. My son is due November 15th, but it's my second child, so it could be early November, and that's kind of when fall is starting to turn into winter, but not quite yet. And also you get really hot when you're nursing after a baby. So I actually have the top on right now. It's just another button down, so nursing friendly, like I said. And then it's a nice like waffle knit material. pretty green color, not very expensive. I think it was around $30, $35-ish. Again, off of Amazon. All of this is off of Amazon. But last thing is a cozy cardigan, because like I said, you have just gone through a lot. I'm gonna say it a million more times, so if you're tired of hearing it, I'm sorry, but you just want to be cozy and comfortable, and this is probably the best cardigan I've ever bought, to be honest with you. It's the perfect cardigan. So definitely check the link out below. But again, just a gray, like little bit oversized, just cozy, warm, something to just make you feel comfortable, because right after you have a baby, that is one of those things that just seems like it is so far between. Just finding some comfort is pretty difficult. But I really encourage you guys to make sure that you take time for yourself. Make sure, like, if you want a nice new pajama set to go home from the hospital in, get yourself a nice new pajama set. And like I said, the clothes are not a necessity. The first things in this video are more of those medical things that a lot of them you're gonna get from the hospital, which, by the way, ask for extras of everything while you're there, because you are paying quite a bit to be there and they have a ton of it. So make sure you ask for anything that you could want or need while you're in the hospital. Extra pads, they're gonna give you some kind of perineal foam. I'm sure that they have Tux pads, Dermoplast, all that kind of stuff. So just ask for it. Ask your nurses. They are so kind in labor and delivery. They're there to help you. So just communicate with them that you're looking for those things, and they'll be more than happy to get them for you, I'm sure. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. I'm so glad that you stopped in to see what my postpartum essentials were. Hopefully some of these are helpful for you if they're not repeats of things or just reassurance of things that you've seen or heard from other videos. Just another backup to say these are some good things. I kept it pretty minimal, honestly, aside from the clothes. Like I said, that those are not an essential, but it is something to kind of like keep in mind. Like, if you want a nice new pajama set, get it for yourself. But if you're currently pregnant and expecting, I hope all the best for you, and I am praying that everything goes well. And if you're not and you're just here to just because I used to watch these videos all the time, I hope it was helpful and educational for you. I'm in no way a doula or anything like that, but I am going to be a second-time mom, so I've kind of done this before. So thank you guys so much for watching. Keep a lookout for additional baby prep videos. I'm sure I am going to make a playlist with nesting videos, the birth vlog, what else? Nursing prep. I'll do another video like this, everything that I bought to prepare for nursing for the second time around and all of that. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.